Hi and welcome to my September review. We start this month with Mercury being quite active. It's making two aspects on the 2nd and 3rd, and these are to Mars and Jupiter. Now if you remember, we finished last month on a positive aspect between Mars and Jupiter. Mercury makes aspect to both of these now, so this continues the optimism. There's also Mercury being in your 7th house is great for working alongside others. It's good for signing contracts and for perhaps entering projects with someone else where you can really achieve putting your joint efforts in. Now Mercury is going to go retrograde on the 10th, so it's a great time now this first week of September to get things cleared up, any loose ends tied up, because when Mercury's retrograde the energy turns inward, and there'll be 6 planets in total retrograde at this point. So this is a month of reflection, this is a month of working behind the scenes, preparation for when these planets start going direct next month. This is a great time as well of Mercury retrograde in your 10th house to work on any small little problems within your relationships to prevent them from growing in the future. If you can nip them in the bud now, it's a good time to also understand other people. But the other point with this Mercury retrograde is that you have good neighbours when you have good fences. So it's also good to keep people at a distance and not put all your eggs in one basket, not be too close to people, to understand them but not get too close to them. On the 6th we have the Sun making a positive aspect to the Moon's North Node, and the Moon's North Node is in that 2nd house of finances. This can be very beneficial. The Sun in the 6th house of work. So this will be a time when someone can help you or guide you or put you on the right track concerning your position at work and your finances. And it may be a good time to maybe apply for another job or to ask for a raise, but definitely this is a beneficial time, and it's a time when you need to use and utilise your full potential. Then on the 9th we have a bit of a distraction because the Sun makes an aspect to the Black Moon Lilith. Now there's temptation around, and with the Black Moon being in the 4th house of the past, it could be that you're drawn back to the past, maybe to old habits or to an old love, and the temptation will be very strong. You need to be careful because you could be led down a dark alley if you allow this temptation to take over. So you need to be strong and you need to accept circumstances. But on the other hand, this can be a time of great fun, great romance and excitement within a relationship. On the 10th we have our full moon, and for you Aries it's in the 12th house in Pisces, so this is a very psychic full moon, but it's also quite an emotional one. There could be sadness that creeps in regarding the past, but it's also a time when your psychic senses will be very active, so you could have messages come through from the spirit world. There could be dreams, there could be signs that come through, but it's a time of quiet reflection, and it's time to look after yourself. Have a massage or a nice long hot bath and just pamper yourself a little bit. Then on the 11th we have a chance to maybe use any thoughts or messages that you've had come through and put them to good use, because this is an aspect of the Sun making a positive aspect to Uranus where you can make discoveries about yourself and then make the necessary changes based on these discoveries that you've had. Now these will probably come through your unconscious, being in that 12th house is very active, but be alert to them, be ready to accept them, whatever they are, and then act upon them. On the 16th, the theme of the 12th house in Pisces continues with Neptune making an opposition with the Sun. Now again this time we have to think about that introverted Pisces there and the unconscious, and you need to balance it with the Sun because the Sun is in that 6th house of work and daily routines. So it may be that as you go about your daily work and routines that there are a little bit of confusion, or there isn't the clarity that there normally is, because Neptune puts this fog around things. But don't worry, because this will soon pass, and there are other aspects happening on this day that will help you to concentrate and work on things. Now we have Mars making an aspect to Chiron, so it's a time when you can use the past, use your knowledge of the past and use your past wounds to propel yourself forward and to use them as a motivating factor. Mars also makes a square to Venus, so it's a time to iron out any relationship issues and to make sure that everything's going in the right direction now. Because we need to use this time to take stock of where we are in life at this moment, and so that we can push forward when the planets all start to go direct next month. Now the other aspect is between Venus and the Moon's North Node. Now Venus is our desires and our wishes. The North Node is in that second house, which is ruled by Venus. So this is a good combination. Venus is still going direct, so you can tap into this Venus energy now and to use this to help to improve your financial state. And there'll be, again, as we spoke earlier about the Sun's aspect, there'll be messages and there'll be help and guidance along the way so that you can tap into this and fulfill your potential. On the 18th, we have two aspects which will centre around work and career, and also getting a balance between that and your home life. Sun makes an aspect to Pluto, and Venus makes an aspect to the Black Moon Lilith. Now these combinations are going to allow your fears to disperse and go away so that you can really concentrate on what needs changing. Now remember, this isn't the time to actually act, but it's time to think about how you're going to act in the future, plan things out. And with Venus and the Sun in that 6th house, this is a very good time to analyse things and to work out what it is you want and where you need to be focusing your energy. Now on the 19th we have Venus making an aspect to Uranus, and also the Black Moon making similar aspects. Again, this is a time when you'll need to inject a bit of excitement into your thinking. Plan big, think big. Think about how you're going to shed your past and move forward into the future when these big planets start moving forward again. On the 25th we have our new moon. Now the new moon is in your opposite sign of Libra, and it's all about getting balance in your life, balance between you and others, balance in your relationships, and also the balance giving and receiving within those relationships. Now in Libra, it's in the 7th house, so it's also about concentrating on how you interact with other people. It's time to think inwardly because of this Mercury that's retrograde in that 7th house. Again, to think inwardly about your relationships and what you want to gain out of relationships, and what also you can offer other people. Maybe concentrate on how you can make other people's life more enjoyable, and I'm sure that will give you more pleasure and make you feel happier as well. So with the new moon we have this influence for 2 weeks, but we're also still under the influence of that Mercury retrograde. So again, it's an inward reflection. It's planning and working on things behind the scene to enhance your life when Mercury goes direct next month. On the 26th we have Mars making a positive aspect to Saturn. Now Mars is in your 3rd house and in Gemini, so it's very much focused around the intellect and the mind rather than the normal action that Mars likes. But you can channel this in a positive way. You can get feedback from others because Saturn is in that 11th house of friends and colleagues. So get that feedback and then use that to improve yourself in some way. We also have a positive aspect from the Sun to Jupiter, but they are in opposition. So although you'll feel buoyant and upbeat, you may not be able to produce the opportunities that you so desire. And there's also a little bit of difficulty in expressing what you want, expressing what you desire, because Venus is making a conjunction with that retrograde Mercury. So there may be frustrations that you can't put into words, or you can't get across what it is you actually desire. Finish September with a lack of clarity because we have retrograde Mercury making an opposition to retrograde Neptune, so there's mass confusion here, and it's not a good time to make any decisions. Wait a while because in October we have opportunities to take things forward. Mercury goes direct in early October, and then we have 2 other planets going direct, and also we have a very intense eclipse in Scorpio. So tune in next month to find out what's going to be happening for you.